et seront transmis de génération en génération. Parmi ceux-ci, vous figurez, car avec vous, la Gambie s'agrandit. Alors, laisse-nous parler de vous.
Mangroves protect the coastline from erosion and are breeding grounds for fish and other marine life. To effectively combat the growing threat of coastal erosion, government undertook a project to environmentally stabilize the country's coastline. A defense strategy was adopted to nourish and preserve beach recreation, whilst extensive dredging at the Banjul and Bara ferry landings were done to reduce siltation of the ferry channel and improve access for the ferries. The Gambia's environmental policy prioritizes the rational use of cultivable land, pasture and forest to ensure a healthy environment. As the country's agricultural sector continues to generate substantial foreign exchange, a holistic agricultural resource management program has great potential to contribute to national development. Cooperative efforts have been made by government, private sector and the country's development partners to improve the outlook for agricultural productivity. To maintain and preserve the natural vegetation, the problem of soil erosion is being confronted from all angles. The Gambia has tried and tested effective conservation methods such as land reclamation, which has increased agricultural production and communal livestock grazing. Such gains are made out of a constructive program of environmental education and communication targeting all players and stakeholders. The Gambian population has been a consistent beneficiary of an awareness-raising program which introduces communities to the most pressing environmental problems, identifying possible solutions as well. Looking beyond environmental knowledge, officials have endeavored to cultivate positive environmental management attitudes among the people for a heightened sense of concern for the environment. In schools, students are trained and encouraged to actively participate in environmental preservation projects such as tree planting and beyond the confines of schools and settlements are natural forest areas managed by the government. The Department of Forestry has succeeded in promoting community forest implementation in most of rural and urban Gambia.
We want every forest to have a community component. The community should take care of the management. They live close to it. It is their property, and they can take care of it more.
Between the villages of Bijilo and Kersering in the western region is the Bijilo Park. It is one of fascination created as part of efforts to promote urban forestry programs. Dominated by rum palms and African mahogany, the park has a variety of mammals, birds, reptiles and insects. Another virgin park situated between the villages of Pirang and Bonto is the Pirang Forest Park, dense and evergreen with the widest variety of wildlife and traditional Gambian tree species.
You will find almost all kinds of tropical tree species here that don't exist anywhere else in the Gambia anymore. And let me tell you, first of all, Gambia was like this something like 60, 70 years ago, the whole of Gambia, or the best part of Gambia. Now we have really degraded it. That's due to human interference, and that's why most of the animals disappear. But places like this, we keep it, and there are even information that you have leopard here. Well, I have not seen it, but the villagers, they have seen it many times. They have seen them many times, and they are living here happily because they have all their food, what they need.
Pirang Park has been of great importance to scientific research work. As evident from the outlook of Pirang Park, the protection and preservation of natural forests is the key concern of the Gambian government, which has taken bold initiative to ban destructive human encroachment on these forests.
The communities should really do their utmost best to avoid littering in this area. People have started throwing their garbage into forest. Please be very vigilant. In particular, plastics. Do not allow plastics here. Plastics are very, very dangerous to our environment, in particular to the forest. They take something like 50 to 80 years to rot.
Government has also provided an effective biodiversity policy framework recognizing the need for areas threatened with depletion due to human and other factors to be set aside with protected status. The Department of Park and Wildlife Management is tasked to manage, administer and develop such areas around the country and assume full responsibility of wildlife conservation and other entities. The Abuko Nature Reserve is a popular area situated outside the village of Lamin. It has been protected as a water point since 1916. Rectangular in shape, the reserve is about 106 hectares in size, containing an intact pocket of gallery forest where numerous dependent species occur.
We have a lot of animals that are gone, and this was their home. We want to bring them back for Gambians to see them. Some of the animals, you can only find them in Kanilai at the moment, otherwise they are gone.
Among the animals I'm bringing back, the zebras and the elands and the wildebeest have been the most successful. The attrition rate is very, very minimal. They are such rugged animals, and they are prolific breeders. So even now they're complaining that we extended the park and we thought that was enough. But now we realize that the park has become too small because of the way they are reproducing.
At Abuko, there are several species of primates, other mammals and reptiles representing the country's rich biodiversity.
People will be surprised to know that this country had a lot of elephants, maybe compared to South Africa. One of the attractions of the British to the Gambia River area was the trade in ivory, which means we had a lot of elephants, we had a lot of other animals. All that are gone because of merciless exploitation, and then people didn't care much about the future.
The Gambia is blessed with an illustrious natural habitat, a wealth of environmental and geographical beauties inherited from antiquity. And the current generation of Gambians has resolved to enrich and refresh these vast natural resources for now and for posterity.
Come 10 years, we would have regained 98% of the animal species that were originally in the Gambia. We would have regained and stocked them in different parts of the country. That is my objective. But as I said, I'm the Minister of Agriculture. I'm very conscious environmentalist, because I realize that if you destroy the environment, you destroy your own livelihood. So agriculture should go with responsible agriculture, having in mind at all times that the presence of plants and other animals is vital to our socio-economic existence.